Today is National Girls and Women in Sports Day. We're joined by Scripps Clinic Sports Medicine Specialist Dr. Laika Nur, as well as San Diego Mojo middle blocker Leyla Blackwell. Ladies, thanks so much for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Look, this is pretty unique. We've got some unique factors with female athletes people need to know to help to avoid some of the injuries out there. We got to keep our athletes staying healthy, like Leyla here, right? So tell us a little bit about that, Dr. Nur, and how you're helping out. And you work with the team, don't you?
I do. This is my second year as the head team physician for the San Diego Mojo.
Nice.
It's the absolute best part of my job. This is the second year that Scripps Clinic has partnered with San Diego Mojo to support their healthcare needs. The season starts with pre-participation physicals, and really the goal is to check every athlete and make sure they're really ready for the demands of a professional season. And then I think everyone hopes that they just see me at the matches after that, but I'm there to kind of support the healthcare needs of the athletes throughout the season. And I get to go to every home match to support the care of the athletes and also the visiting team athletes.
Awesome, that's great. Talk a little bit about ACL injuries in particular. Why are female athletes more likely to have this to happen to them?
So we do see some anatomic differences between girls and boys and female and male athletes. In a sport like volleyball, in non-contact ACL injury, we do see higher rates in female athletes than males. And it probably has to do more with landing dynamics. So we see boys land with their knees more bent than straight, and girls land with their knees more straight than bent, which can put the ACL in a vulnerable position, especially if you land in something called valgus, which is knee in, feet out. That really puts a lot of stress through the ACL.
Leyla, tell us a little bit about you, your background, and you've been able to manage to stay pretty healthy in your career, right?
I have, yes. So I am from San Diego. I went to La Jolla High School.
Nice.
I did my undergrad at University of San Diego, and then I just finished up a grad year at Nebraska.
Okay, cool.
And now I'm with the Mojo.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about how you stay healthy, I mean, it's nice to see Dr. Nur and everything, but you don't want to see her when you've got the injury, right?
Yeah, trying to.
So how have you been able to avoid that? What kind of regimen are you on?
Yeah, it's really important to do a lot of strength training to make sure that our bodies are able to support what we do on the court. We also work with a physical therapist and athletic trainer to make sure that when we do have nagging injuries and stuff, we can kind of stay healthy and do that work with them. Yeah,
this is some of the video. It's no joke. Those balls are coming quick, and you're left to right. You got to be very agile. It can be tough on the knees, I would imagine. How do you specifically keep your body healthy?
Yeah, we do a lot of training with our strength coach to kind of mimic what we do in games and practice landing safely and make sure that the muscles we're training are able to support us in those movements in games as well.
Dr. Nur, I would imagine that that's a big part of it. Leyla touched on it. Having a plan, training, and also getting with a medical expert like yourself.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of neuromuscular control, and so that's what Leyla is talking about. When you're good at a sport, you train that over and over again, right? So a middle blocker like Leyla, she coordinates everything from her ankles to her fingertips to get up and get that big block. But injury prevention is also a lot of neuromuscular control. So training that landing so she's not thinking, okay, I got to land with my knees over my toes. She's just doing it because she's practiced so much.
One piece of advice for any of our young aspiring athletes that you might have, Dr. Nur, out there?
I'd say get active. There are so many benefits to exercise regularly, whether you become a professional athlete or not. And as women's professional sports and high-level sports grow, there are so many opportunities to be involved either as a physician or a coach. But really, there are so many benefits to being active. And I would really recommend everyone not play through pain.
Okay,
the pain is your body telling you something's not quite right. And the earlier that you can address that pain, the faster you'll get back to your sport.
Pick up a ball. Be active out there. Dr. Leyla, real quick, any message you have for aspiring volleyball players out there? We're a big volleyball town, right? Everyone loves to come to the Mojo games, show up, see you and the rest of the team here. But what do you have to say to any of the kids out there listening?
I would just say if there's any kids thinking about joining a team, I would absolutely do it. I think being a part of a team sport, especially one like volleyball, has been the greatest joy in my life. And whether you continue forward in college or make it to the professional leagues, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is you're having fun out there with your friends and you're staying active.
Yeah, it teaches a lot of life lessons, doesn't it?
Yes, 100%.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming in. We sure appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Keep it right here. We'll be right back. We're taking a quick break.